Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to come on this morning and share some of my reflections of the weekend. Um, I'm looking, my eyes are a bit glazed this morning. Maybe it's because I actually had a really good and long sleep, and I'm still looking a little bit sleepy, but I feel so refreshed this morning. And I guess I wanted to come and share because this weekend was, for me personally, incredibly powerful and moving. So we had the spring equinox on Friday, and I had a really eventful day with lots of different impressions and connections with people, and then ended the day facilitating breathwork and somatic movement with David Palacios. And it was an incredibly powerful session. I don't know if it was the energy or just the people there, but it felt very intense, very empowering, very transformational. And just watching everyone go on this journey through movement and breath was, for me, very, very moving and reminded me of the power of connection and community. And I was left feeling very happy, tired, but also very empowered. Then on Saturday morning, I facilitated my women only trauma informed somatic group at the Art and Spirituality. This is it's a free group because we get amazing funders that pay for this, all organized by the amazing Giada Gaslini, who is the face of School of Shamanism and Art and Spirituality. And there again, we explored the topic of boundaries. We did 90 minutes of discussions, explorations of what people are going through and navigating when it comes to boundaries, because this can impact family relationships, friendships, professional relationships, and more. It's something that we encounter in every part of our lives and can be a real challenge for most of us to set healthy and non-reactive boundaries. Often we tend to be so dysregulated in our autonomic nervous system when something happens that our body perceives it as a threat, and we're just reactive rather than taking space to reflect and then respond to someone or something and set a boundary and teach people how to treat us in a healthy, proportionate, and safe enough way for us, really. And boundaries are really key because we're constantly teaching people how to treat us. And that's really important. And boundaries are a really healthy way to do that. And we often think boundaries sound like something really heavy and difficult, but actually, boundaries can be really empowering and positive. We can, for example, let's say someone contacts us and wants an immediate response to something. And just to say, I'm still navigating this. 9 out of 10 times, I'm getting pretty good at it, but it's a work in progress. I find it really difficult myself. But let's say somebody contacts me and I feel my boundary has been overstepped. In that moment for me, I know that I'd be dysregulated and a bit overwhelmed, and I'd be reactive if I responded with an answer or a solution or what I was really feeling and thinking in that moment, which may not be balanced. So maybe that would be an option to say, thank you so much for your message. I'm just going to sit with this. I'll come back to you, or give me a moment and I'll come back to you. And then take the time to, for me, ground myself, sit with how I'm feeling. Sometimes it can be anger, frustration, annoyance, confusion, and then kind of land in a place where I'm clear about what would I like to respond, how would I like to respond, and what would I like the outcome to be. Do I want a relationship with this person? Usually I do. So then how can I actually work on that in a positive way? Can I maybe share how I'm feeling, but also be really clear about finding a way forward? So anyway, so boundaries was a huge topic. And again, there was a moment in time during the session where I looked around the room and people were using their voice to release how they were feeling. They were moving, they were shaking, they were dancing. There was joy, there was anger, there was everything in that room. And it was so powerful. And again, very transformational. I honestly, some people walked into the room and looked quite tense and almost closed up and very much inward, and then left open chest, smiling, shoulders were softer, faces had softened, the tone of their voice had changed. There was an empowerment in their body language, in their voice, in everything. And I felt so honored to be able to hold that space and see that transformation. So that was the other thing. And then the final thing, and I know I'm going on and on, but it's been an amazing weekend. And then the final thing was last night being at the Salisbury Centre. I shared my post where I got to sit with and I hope I'm saying this right now, the Yakanawa tribe. There's only 1,500 left of them due to colonization and the Western world and the way it treats the Amazon. And it was just so moving to hear their story, how they live their lives, to watch the rituals that they engage in before they hold spaces. It was a father and his daughter, which was incredibly beautiful. The love between them was just so evident. And we got to hear about, yeah, the lives that they live, what they've been through, the importance of thinking about how much we can learn from Amazonian people when it comes to medicine, stories, their history, cultural understandings, their views of the world. And they came with a very strong message that save the Amazon, save the world. And I thought that was beautiful. And there was a few moments where I had tears. I felt very moved. So we got to really hear their stories. We had an amazing translator because they couldn't speak English. And the daughter then sang these beautiful prayers for us. And honestly, you could just feel them at the core of your body. Like for me, it went deep into my heart and into my belly. And I just felt incredibly moved and honored to be able to be there and hold and be part of them holding that space and be part of that moment. There was times when people were singing, including myself. We were dancing, we were clapping, we were involved. And this was all in front of a beautiful roaring fire, beautifully created by Francesco from the Salisbury Centre. He was our host yesterday. And it was a beautiful evening. I got there and it was blue skies. And by the end, it was just, you could just see the stars in the sky. And we were constantly reminded of this wonderful connection between the earth and the stars and spirit and ourselves and community and connection. And I feel like so much shifted in me this weekend in a way that I never could have expected. I feel like I have found more space in my body, in my heart, more gratitude. I'm just really moved. And I wanted to share that with you all. And I guess my message is, let's find our communities. Let's connect with each other more. Let's share our stories. Let's come together. Let's create, where we can, spaces where people feel held and supported and witnessed and cared for. And let's honor everyone's journeys. And let's honor this journey that we're on, which is life. And find a way forward together and bring more community, bring more connection, bring more empowerment, normalize more that we are human and all emotions and all sensations and everything is welcome. And let's try and find more balance, not only in our nervous systems, in our soma, in our bodies, but also in our minds and in the worlds that we're in. We may not have much control of what's going on in the world right now, but we have control, and we should be advocates for more balance and more peace in the systems we are in and in the people that we connect with. And I'm hoping that energy just spreads out into the world. So that is my message for this morning. I would love to hear your thoughts, and thank you for listening. Wishing you all a beautiful Monday, a lovely week ahead. I hope you're well. I hope you're taking care. And I'd love to get your thoughts on this. Have a beautiful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. From me, Corey, the face of Koa, in the heart of Edinburgh, on a bit of a dark but a lovely Monday morning. Take care.